Hi everyone, welcome back to Smarty Ink Workshop, a place where I make monsters and models and everything in between. Halloween is over, so I decided to make something a little more, you know, less scary. um, I have made Linda Evangelista, a supermodel from the Fab Five in the 90s, and she's been around lately, and it was nice to see her, so I had to make her. She was one of my favorite models ever. When I was a young kid, I would have my walls plastered with her photos and just all the other models too, because they're all just so beautiful. And who doesn't love the supermodels? Come on. So let's get to work. Thank you for joining me once again at the clubhouse, even though we'll be at the workshop for the video. She is pleasing to the eye. I love it. It'll be sad when somebody wants to buy it because it was a long road to get here. And I hope you all learned something from the video. I left in a lot of pastel work and other things that I don't normally show. So leave your comments, let me know what you think. If anybody loves her as much as I do, like the video. And let's support Linda Evangelista and my channel. So stay tuned, let's get to work. Linda Evangelista coming up. Alright Linda, let's get you going. Start the sculpture as normal with our wet clay and our little acrylic eyeballs. And let's see what we can do. I'm super intimidated because she is gorgeous and it is really hard to sculpt beauty, especially a particular face like Linda Evangelista. As you can see, we are very far from the end result, but we have to start somewhere and you can't ever get discouraged. You have to keep on sculpting and just know that time makes everything better. So don't give up. I mean, look at how much better it looks already. But you have to keep adding, subtracting, and sometimes you just undo all the work you keep doing and it takes forever. I took a long time with this sculpt, 5 days, which I never take that long, but I wanted to ensure that the end result was like as good as I can get it, because I mean, if she saw this and was like, ew, why do I look, I just would die. So no, it has to be perfect. As I'm building up her eyelids and just making all the right adjustments to this face, let's talk about this supermodel for a second. I mean, that hair color all the time, the styles, the walk, the face, my word. I mean, wow, I had to make her. She was very inspiring to me as a youngster in high school. I would change my hair color every time I saw her change her hair color. So these people inspire you, even though they may not know it. Their beauty is just, I don't know, brings me joy. I love supermodels. They're beautiful and good for them, like, wow. All right, I'm satisfied with this sculpt. I think it looks really good. Let's see what she looks like as a mask with some makeup. So here we go. I've used a couple of shades of skin tones on this gal. We've gone with some standard, fair skin, and then I've gone in with a warmer, sort of medium tone just to get some of the deeper recessed areas and start defining and contouring. And I went in there with a little bit of bronze tones to bring out all the highlights and do some further contour, followed with some pinky tones to bring out the realness. And that was about it for this airbrush sesh of this mask. Okay, as I've mentioned before, I am not a professional makeup artist, but I know how to do it. So we're gonna go ahead and just get our nerves and our pan pastel and our other pastel and get started. Now, disclaimer, pan pastel is super pigmented. I like it because of the coverage and it almost acts like makeup would on the skin. So that's why I use it. But, huge but, it will not come off. So if you are not good with your brushes and you don't trust the pastel, I would do some, practice on something else, because once this is on, it's not coming off. And if anybody knows of a solution to remove it, please leave it in the comments, because I've tried everything and once it's on, it's on. I give it a clear coat afterwards to ensure that it's safe and protected, but still, it is impossible to remove. So be super careful. Always just apply small amounts, because layering is the best. You can't, remove, but you can keep on applying. As you can see, I'm also using little stick pastels that are less pigmented, and in place of black, which don't ever use black on a standard face mask, it just looks weird, so don't do it. It works for monsters and dolls and things like that, but on a glamour mask like this, black just will ruin it. So go with dark brown, and I'm using something less pigmented, like I mentioned, so that it's more forgiving and I have time to apply and layer versus like just caking it on and looking like Tammy Faye Baker, because this is not Tammy Faye, this is Linda Evangelista. Let's not forget it. She needs to look perfect because she is perfect. I love her. So here we go. Let's chat about brush use. Brushes. You can see that I have a full makeup brush kit here because my faces are human size and the brushes are appropriately shaped and made for this type of application. So that's why I use them. There's areas that I feel that I want to use fine brushes or other type of brushes, and that's fine. Just mix it up. Use whatever makes you comfortable, because you have to remember it doesn't come off, so let's not mess around and keep it real. Now I know this video is a little bit longer than usual, but I wanted to show this part of the mask making because I do it a lot and I don't think I show enough pastel use. I've never seen anyone else use pastel on latex masks, so I don't know, let's be the first to do it and show you how it's done, and we'll take it from there. I'm sure I'll get some criticism, but I welcome all comments and everybody's opinion, because you can always learn from comments and you can learn from this video too. Now I like these three colors together, the pan pastels. To me, I call them the Trinity because I use them on every mask. They work well. If you want something to look purple, you can. If you want it to not look purple and look like a shadow, you just mix in some, burnt sienna and other tones and yellows. It just is amazing to use. If anybody has any experience using these on masks, please let me know. And I'd like to know what you used and how it worked out for you. Let's add our final contours and blushing before we seal her up, and then move on to eyebrows. And by the way, the sealant that I use is something I make. It's 1 part rubber cement and 5 parts of thinner, whether it's naphtha rubber cement thinner, and you give it a nice coating and it really brings it to life and gives it a nice safe coating so that you can, touch it and handle it. Let's move on to the brows. All right, we're gonna use our smallest dry brush that we have and get these eyebrows on because her eyebrows are, I don't know, such a key factor in her look. They just kind of like have this shape. So here they are. I've mixed a little bit of brown, a little bit of like refractive green, just to get a nice little tone. And let's get these on. All right, let's get these eyeballs popping and use Light as Flesh by Vallejo. As always, I like this tone for the eyeballs and for the teeth. It just seems a little natural and it's nice for building if you want to throw some pink tones or the veins or whatever, grays. It's, for me, a good base to start off. All right, to the eyes. It's one of the most important parts of a mask, if not the most important part of a mask. She has like these amazing crystal glass eyes. So I looked it up. They're apparently blue-green and they look different in every photo depending on the lighting and the hair color, of course. So let's try our best and make her look, you know, like the supermodel that she is. Here we go. So I've mixed a sort of a deep blue-green and we're gonna build up on these eyeballs with the same two colors just by adding white a little bit at a time, mixing a new batch, just going lighter and lighter and playing around, see, you know, what it comes out like and see where it is that you want to stop because sometimes it's hard to just stop and know when, so let's keep going. Alrighty, I like where these eyes are right now, so I'm gonna add the pupil and apparently not record it because when I looked for that footage, it wasn't there. So there we are. This is what you get to see. In the next shot, she'll have her pupil, so sorry about that. You can imagine I took the smallest brush I have and used a little black dot. Not that complicated. Alright, with the same liner brush that I used to create the little pupils that you see there, I will apply the eyeliner. Little tiny bits at a time because black paint is awful to try to wipe away. Keep that in mind and just hold your breath and take tiny little strokes and you'll get there flawlessly like I did. I am taking so much care in this makeup because, you know, I want it to be perfect, like I mentioned earlier. But I can't believe that, you know, people do this and do it every day before they leave. I swear after making this mask, I was so tired. I needed a nap. My eyes hurt. I was done. I said, wow. But big ups and credit goes out to all the people in general who wear, you know, fabulous makeup every day because it's not easy and it takes a lot of work, a lot of time, and you guys look great, so good for you. My goodness, I honestly can't stand how good this mask is looking. Like, wow, it really pays off to take so much extra time and layer the hell out of this thing for contouring because she looks so gorgeous.
Let's get started. Oh, that's real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
Alright, we're going to use our crimson from our Ophir airbrush paint set that came with my airbrush, you know, machine. And it's just, you know, it's the best color for a red lip. You don't have to mix anything else. Usually every other red needs browns or purples or even a touch of black sometimes to make it look a little vamp. But this one is like, and it has its own like sort of shine. I don't know how. It's great for lips. Ophir Crimson Paint. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the race here with this Linda Evangelista display mask. And this lip is really bringing it to life. I'm super pleased with this like lip shape, and the entire process has been really just a pleasure. Okay, it must be so nice to be this gorgeous. Like, oh my god, Linda, good for you. Like, whoa. Like, we're almost done. I cannot wait to see what this will look like with eyelashes and hair. Like, oh my god. Here she is. I think it looks very completely realistic, actually. It's disturbing. And I'm super happy with the result. Normally I'm like, but this one is just giving me life. Let me know what you all think, because like this might be my favorite mask so far, and I do love her as a model, so it's even better. Alright, applying our silicones at this bottom lash so we can get this completed. And wow, I love the look. Let me know what you think. Alright everyone, thank you for joining me in this process of making Linda Evangelista. Here she is. Let's get into these final looks, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and we'll see you soon. Take care.